So the number one thing that I want to make sure that I have control of when I get in hand, and normally if you have a round pen, you can do this fairly easily because you don't have to worry about the horse ripping out of your hands and stuff like that. But get a hold of that shoulder. And this is going to be something that it'll look simple and it'll sound simple, but all the fumbling with the lead rope and all that stuff and being in the right position, it's going to take time to figure out. Okay. But literally just to start groundwork like it was when you were lunging, it's literally, I think, 3 steps. You're going to give a horse direction, and then you're going to give the horse motivation. Step in there towards that shoulder. Once the horse moves off, that's step 1. You just want to make sure that that horse can move off of pressure the direction that you want it to go. What I saw up at the cross ties, this horse wants to lean on you guys and push into you. This is where a lot of that stuff will go away because you're starting to gain control of the horse's shoulders, and you're able to get the horse to understand how to move away from pressure and follow a feel. So literally, and I'm gonna go back and forth with this. I'll do a couple of things, and then I'll have you come in and try to duplicate it, and then I'll do something else, and then have you come in and duplicate that. But yes, the very first thing, making sure you have all your ducks in a row, because I see a lot of people will smack themselves in the back of the head. This will all end up like this, and it's really as easy as it looks. It can be a nightmare. So, but having all your ducks in a row, so you're not too long, you're not too short, and you don't have too much slack in here. Get off me. And step forward towards that shoulder. Literally, that's step 1. You're starting to gain some respect and put those boundaries into play. And then after you get good with that, I'll show you. I'm going to send him around. I never want to send him around right off the bat. I just want him to be able to get control of one body part. You need to be able to have control of all 5 body parts: head, neck, shoulder, rib cage, and hip. Okay. So if you have all that controlled on the ground, I promise you, this guy's going to show you some really cool things. And all I saw was one step when you were riding him, and I knew exactly what you guys have. So it's going to be pretty cool. But I'm going to move him around a little bit. Just get him to keep moving. Now, here's one big thing that a lot of people will make a mistake of, is as soon as they try to lunge their horse, they try to go to the butt. Okay. Now I'm going to tell you why this is not cool. If you go to the butt should move away from you. So wherever you apply pressure is the body part that you want to go away from you. Okay. So if you come in here, there you got it. Give him slack so he has somewhere to go. But as soon as you swing once at that shoulder, the very next swing is going to be behind the drive line, which is a 45-degree angle behind the withers on both sides. Okay, so you don't have to worry about trying to get your horse to go forward. Get your butt up here. All right, so this is step 1. And what you can do here, you can do a lot. You can soften up the rib cage. You can get control of the hip. You can soften up the head and neck. Like, for instance, when you were lunging this horse before, the horse's head was to the outside. So that meant the shoulder was to the inside. And when that happens, the horse isn't paying attention to you. Now, my hand here that's guiding the horse is very, very soft, okay? It's just fingertip. But I can get control of that rib cage, that hindquarter, that shoulder, the head and neck, just by little bumps and applying a little bit of pressure. So if you watch, when I come in here to yield the hindquarters or disengage the hindquarters, I'm going to slide my hand down, look at the hindquarters, and then get soft, and I want to see them back up away from me, not come in on top of me. And then the licking and chewing. The licking and chewing is saying he's not offended from what I just did. But, nope, nope. This is my space, mofo. I can go into yours, you can't come into mine. All right, because otherwise you end up with a horse that starts pushing you around. And the other thing too is if he has time enough and he gets bored enough to sit and eat, then we're going to keep moving your feet. So anytime I see it like right there, I'm just going to move your feet a little bit more. I want him the whole time he's so if I stop him, he needs to stand there and pay attention to me. If he goes to eat or curl his head over there or start hollering at somebody, I'm going to move his feet. Pretty soon he's going to say, you know what, standing there looking at this dude is a lot better than moving my feet. This is very important right here, is making sure that you keep everything separate No coils ever, okay? Because if you have coils and he does something goofy, you're going with him. So I like how he's, honey, I'm falling in love with this damn horse. I like how he's staying soft. And what I'm doing here is I'm just bumping his nose a little bit and applying pressure to that rib cage and trying to keep it, there we go, and try to keep him rounded around me because he's soft right there. Right there, he's soft. As soon as that head goes away or up, he's starting to get what we call on the muscle. There we go. Good job.